Sometimes you can get a nice youthful glow from makeup that doesn't cost very much. Hi, I'm GloryB, and this is GloryB-TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. Well, I found a makeup line called Believe Beauty over at Dollar General. And while I didn't buy everything, I bought certain things that I would want to make sure would work really well on my skin before I would ever recommend them or tell you about them. And we're going to demo them on my face today, including a correction concentrate, their foundation, which is only $5, an eyeliner, a translucent powder, and a couple other things. And I think you'll be really excited to see how you can put together a really nice look on mature skin. I'm well over 50 and get a really nice youthful look and a makeup that doesn't settle into fine lines. Hey, if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, please do that. I post all kinds of different things that aren't necessarily on this YouTube channel, and check out my blog, my website, GloryB-TV.com. Sign up for the email list. You'll get a free 3-page document of all of my tips and tricks for looking younger, my anti-aging secrets, and I'll share some other things with you as time goes on if you sign up, but I don't email very often. All right, let's get right to the demo and I'll show you how I created this look. I'm going to start with the Believe Beauty, which I'm going to be saying 100 times in this video, Brighten Up Color Correcting Concealer. This is so much like my favorite from Pixi, the correction product from them, but the consistency is a little different. So in the pot it looks similar, and just like Pixi, they have a light medium version, which is what this is, and then a medium dark, so 2 colors, and so it's like what they call the peach. And then the consistency is a little different though. So I think the Pixi is more opaque. This one is a little creamier. I'm using a Sonia Kashuk brush, concealer brush, and I'm just going to lightly pat that in where I have my tear trough and some dark color. So these products tend to work better for me than just sticking with the concealer. So I have a mirror on one side and try to get this in so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just patting that in with the brush, but then I'm going to further pat it in with my finger and just pat it in nicely to get as much coverage as possible. So with this one, sometimes I found I have to do a second coat just to get it to really cover. But if you've tried the Pixi and you don't like it because it's so thick, this one might be a better choice for you. And then if I wanted to, I could also take it and cover some of the discolorations I have. I don't have acne, but if you did have acne or acne scars, you could use it for that as well. Now, I'm also experimenting with something else today, so my face is looking a little bit orangey. All right. And that's all I'm really going to do with this product, but I'll tell you, if you've used other correctors from more expensive brands, you might really like this one. Now, the 2 foundation colors that I bought were the linen and the porcelain. And of course, I was guessing. There's no testing, but for $5, I thought I'll buy two. But I did do a swatch on my forearm so that I could compare my favorite Emlyn in the burnished ivory. And then a close second to the Emlyn is the Clinique Even Better Foundation in the color Breeze, with these two from Believe Beauty, the linen and the porcelain. And you can see the linen and porcelain are more warm toned. So sometimes I can get away with that, but I'm better with a more rosy, neutral, cool tone on my skin for some reason. But I have so much. I have the freckle-faced kid. I have freckles on my arms still. I love it when beauty YouTubers do hand swatches. I can't do hand swatches on the front of my hand because I have so many freckles, which are now turning into age spots. But I'm going to use the porcelain, and you can see it comes in a beautiful glass bottle. So for $5, it's even the packaging is really something else. And it comes in a pump, which is nice. And I'm actually going to pump it on the back of my hand, like so. And then I kind of think about, okay, what do I want to do? I just want to tap some, you know, on my face like this. So I'll do it two different ways. So I'll tap some with my finger on this side of my face so you can see how it spreads, and then I'll end up using a brush. And then on the other side, I'll use this brush that's tightly woven and just start working it in that way. So you can see a couple different ways that it applies. So at this point in my life, I like something between, well, full coverage usually, and then something that's also medium coverage can work, that I can build up just for all the imperfections, but then I need something that doesn't settle into fine lines as well. So it's kind of a battle. Here, I'll take a little bit more of it and put it on this side with my finger. And then I don't like to mess up what I've just created on my under eye. So what I'm going to do is take this flat elf brush, what I call the stipple brush, and I'll go around all the edges. Now the other thing I can do, which I will, is to use a beauty blender, and I'm using that term generically. I love this one. Now Believe Beauty does sell a sponge, but this one is from Real Techniques. So I have some water with me. I'm not near a sink. I'm going to squeeze it out. And then the trick is to not have it be drippy. Take a towel. I have a dark towel here that I'm actually using to cover in my lap. Squeeze out as much as possible, and then you're ready to go. So I'm just going to press that in lightly all around my face. And I'm also going to use my 10X mirror, which when I was younger, I didn't need this, just to see how it really looks to someone whose eyes aren't as bad as mine. Okay. I like the flat side too, so you can just pat it like that. It's lovely. The next thing I bought from Believe is one of their concealers. This is the one in the color called Ivory. They call it their You're Covered liquid concealer in ivory. So I normally wouldn't use this, but so many people like concealer. I thought, well, okay, let's try it on my eyes, you know. I'm definitely over 50 and I'm actually 60. So there you go. And I'm going to try it on a couple of my dark spots too. In these bright camera lights, it's harder to see where. I know I have a new one down here somewhere. Let's see in this mirror. Yep, I think I got it. All right. And what I'm going to do after applying that, I'm going to tap it in with my finger. Go up in the corner a little bit. I'm just going to get it started that way. And then here. And then I am going to take the Beauty Blender again and just tap lightly. Oh, here's one I didn't touch yet. And then check it in my trusty mirror as I flip over. Let's see. The thing is, I don't want sponge marks either, right? And just get a really nice finish. Now I'm ready for my concealer setting trick. And I'm going to use, here's a product I'm going to use that's not Believe Beauty. They do sell a makeup setting spray, but I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter. And instead of using one of the translucent powders that I have, Believe Beauty does have one. This is a loose powder, which I said in this previous video where I showed this trick that I don't like loose powders in general, just because they use so much product. But you know what? This one's so cheap that who cares? And then I'll be using an e.l.f. brush for this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my other hand for this. Give it a little shake. I'm going to spray the top of my other hand. And then I'm going to use my ring finger, tap some of that spray, and I'm just going to lightly tap the under eye. Do a little bit more over here. And I'm going to keep tapping until it actually feels dry. And you could try this with the Believe Beauty spray. All right, now I'm going to open up the, this is called the Matte Blur Loose Powder. And you notice it definitely is loose in here. So I'm actually just going to tap a little tiny bit on here. I'm going to tap it off because I don't want a lot. And then I'm just going to tap it lightly in the under eye area. And that's it to set this. All right. And I'm going to check it in a close-up mirror to make sure it's not settling into fine lines or just in places I don't want it. Now, I would normally use my Emlyn Under Eye Cover Cream to go as a highlighter, but I'm not going to use that since I bought this lighter color concealer in Ivory. I'm just going to put some of that here, maybe down my nose, and I'm just going to use my finger for this to pat it out. So I just want to brighten this area here. And I'm not going to over powder this. This is not a shiny concealer, and neither is the Emlyn. Okay, give it a look in the close-up mirror again. Make sure it's blended. All right, now I just want a little bit of powder on my cheeks. So I'm going to go ahead and use, instead of my regular, I'm going to use the believe. And I'm going to put a little bit in the cap just so I don't over pick. And I'm going to use a large fluffy brush and just go over that. I am going to go over the nose just because when I do videos, I've noticed in the playback that sometimes my nose is shiny. So touching the eyes a little bit, and that's all I'm doing for that. Now, I did buy 2 of the Believe Beauty blushes. I think their blushes for me are too bright. So I'm going to use a bronzer first. I did not buy their bronzer. I've got enough bronzer to last till I'm 150 years old. So I do have this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It in the lightest color. I wish they made this in a smaller package, but they didn't. And so it's ginormous, and I'm going to put some of this even where the blush would be. I did another video where I showed using this bronzer as a blush, or I should say instead of blush. And I'm just going to round a little bit with this, especially so that when I do use the Believe blush, that it tones it down a bit. And this is something with this kind of bronzer where you could build it up. So if you buy one that's not too dark, you're good to go. And I got this for $5 off because one of those times I went to CVS and I got one of those huge receipts they give you. And on the receipt was a $5 off coupon for anything from L'Oreal. So I went back and got this. And then if I think I might have overdone it, I can take my big fluffy powder brush again and go over it. So now I'm ready for their blush. And I bought 2 different colors. I bought, this is Rosy Glow, and it's kind of a peachy pink. And then this one is called High Tea, and it's definitely peachy. Now I'm wearing a peachy color top today underneath my blue jacket that's sadly no longer available from Talbot's, even though I bought it on sale. All right, so this see how bright that is? It's beautiful, but it's bright. So I don't want to be clown bright, you know what I mean? All right, so that's all the blush I'll be doing. Get a little too much, I can do this. One of the great finds I thought from Believe Beauty is their eyeliner. And this is the one called the Long Lasting Eyeliner in the color Caviar. It's basically black. It's a pencil that you don't sharpen, and it's creamy. It's something that you twist to increase the size. And I think it's just wonderful. There's nothing dry about it. You can really get a nice fine line and then thicken it a little bit. Now, I like to do a little tiny bit of a wing on the end. And it is just, I'm going to check out what other colors they have. I was hoping they had a violet or a purple. I don't think they do. Or even a navy blue would be really nice. All right, now I did not buy their eyeshadow because I thought it was too much shimmer for me. And I didn't buy their mascara because I have enough mascaras. So I'm going to be right back and then we'll do lips. I'm back to try the Believe Beauty Lustrous Shine Lip Gloss in the color Ethereal. Now I bought this thinking I wanted something more neutral to basically put on top of other lip colors. But let's try it alone first. So that's it by itself. It's all right. Unfortunately, it doesn't have much of a scent. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I don't like scented products, especially scented lip products. So I'm going to wipe this off camera, and then we'll try it on top of two popular lip colors. One color that many of my viewers have at home is the Tarte Salt Life. This one is more of a matte, and it's very, very neutral nude shade. So that is that color by itself. Then I'm going to put the Believe Beauty gloss on top. Makes for a really nice finish with a little bit of pop. So let's try it with one other color. This time I'm going to use the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the color Back Talk. It's kind of a pinky neutral color. But it's very much of a nude pink color. And then I'm going to use the gloss on top. So that makes for a really pretty color as well. I hope you enjoyed this and realize, you know, you really can go to the dollar store, in this case, Dollar General, and check out some really inexpensive makeup. You can also buy it online. I'll have links to each product in the description box below. Check out one of my other videos by clicking its image over on the right side of the screen, and I'll see you in the next video.